You know what? No. And like, I like Jackass too. Yeah, it doesn't need to be objectively good for me to like it. Like, I'm not gonna say all shitty movies are bad and they need to be burned. No, some shitty movies are fucking great. But the thing is, I respect movies that are unabashed about their shittiness, such as Jackass, such as Freddy Got Fingered, such as, like, God, what's another shitty movie I like? I love, like, Over the Top. The Producers, like, it is one of my absolute favorite movies ever. And it has no qualms about being weird and campy and, like, raunchy. It doesn't care. And that's the point of it. Like, but I don't, and that's where, like, Angel Beats bothers me. I hate when, like, just not even bad things, but just average things take themselves way too seriously. Like, calm the fuck down. You're a fucking, you're basically a slice of life anime. Like, you don't have a deep message. You don't have anything. Like, just continue being the shitty slice of life anime that you were. Like, like Fooly Cooly. Like, Fooly Cooly didn't pretend to be anything more than it was. And that's not even me saying Fooly Cooly was shit. Like, there's plenty of fan theory about Fooly Cooly, but that's the thing. It's all fan theory. But if you watch it for what it is, it's not amazing. It's not like, well, I don't want to say it's not groundbreaking because it had some really cool animation stuff in it, but like it's not like the be all end all of anime. Like, I'm not saying that everything has to be amazing and groundbreaking. I'm just saying that if you're going to do it, then commit to it. Don't make like an average to subpar anime and then pretend that you're making something amazing. Like, just stop. Like, you're doing no one any favors and you're just making yourself look like a dick. And that is my main thing. Like, I'll read I'll read shitty books. I read all of the fucking shit, what's it called? Mercy Thompson. I don't know if if anyone in this chat would be familiar with the Mercy Thompson books, but it's like vampire werewolf books. My mom loves them, so she insisted I read them. I read them. They weren't terrible, but they didn't pretend to be groundbreaking and amazing, so I didn't hate them. Like, they were just basically like candy. They were like junk food books. Which is okay. Like, you can like junk food, you can like shitty things, just don't pretend it's revolutionary and groundbreaking. Like, I know I've said that a million times, but that's really, like, my main point is you don't have to like fine art. You don't have to like fine art all the time. Like, I could ramble about my favorite art movement of the 60s, which is the light and space movement, which I think is fucking revolutionary and amazing, and I really think that it changed a lot, not only about the art scene, but about how, like, plastic is produced, because they actually revolutionized some of the ways that resin is created. But that I will argue that was groundbreaking, and that has merit worthy of, like, talking about in a groundbreaking sense. But I'm not going to talk about the fucking Mercy Thompson books and be like, oh yes, these are groundbreaking and these need to be in libraries for the fucking next 50 years coming. No, they don't. They were just shitty vampire books. I didn't even finish the series because I got so sick of reading them because I stopped caring about Mercy being a fucking whiny bitch. But also, I have a lot of opinions when it comes to books, if you couldn't tell, because I was very much a reader growing up. And I read... I don't know, I hate describing myself as a reader. Not because reading's bad, but I feel like it has, like, this very pretentious connotation, even though I already called myself a pretentious fuck like a million times during this stream. But like I read way above my grade level, so and I just read so much shit. Like I said, I read Lolita when I was like 17, and my high school teachers was like, are you sure you can read that?" And I was like, "Yeah, my mom doesn't care." Even though I'm pretty sure my mom actually threw away the original copy of Lolita that I owned because she was not happy that I was reading it. But yeah, just write what you want, do what you want, but if it's average, don't pretend it's groundbreaking. That's my main take on just anything. Movies, TV shows, books, whatever. And that's not even to say, like, don't be proud of what you've created. If you've created something good, even if it's, like, just junk food, but it's fun, then yeah, be proud of it. I fucking love Broad City. I think Broad City's so much fun to watch. And honestly, yeah, it does have very much its own moments in its own right. Like, not to bring up the whole feminist thing, but it's a female-driven show, so that's already something for it. But it doesn't pretend to be like a genius, witty show. It's just about girls getting high. And that's kind of what I like about it. Like, it's not like, oh my god, like girls' relationship advice, like we need to be women for ourselves, we need to do this. Nah, it's just about girls getting high and like fucking around in New York, and I'm totally cool with that. I'm totally cool with just girls like fucking around and getting high, and I like that it doesn't take... I think one of the things I respect actually the most about Broad City is it does actually broach some interesting topics, such as, Ileana is bisexual, but it's never brought up outside of her literally sleeping with women. Like, they're never like, oh, you're so edgy and cool, you're bi. She's just like, aw, shit, that girl hot as fuck, I'm a fucker. And then she fucks her, and no one's just like, oh my god, you do that? You do those things? Like, can I watch? They're just like, oh, Ileana, be an Ileana, you sexually outgoing, rambunctious thing. I never thought about how much the Seal logo just looks like pizza. I feel like I got way too deep in this like pop culture rant and now I'm uncomfortable. Does everyone here think I'm a pretentious asshole and hate me yet? Oh, really? Wait, no, don't say yes. Yes, it will make me more uncomfortable. And thank you. I appreciate that you actually think that I have good points. I'm actually a little bit curious, like, if you have anything to say to... I'm not going to say counter, because that puts a lot of pressure on you to be like, well, what do you think? What are... But, I mean, if you have any opinions that you feel like voicing, or anything that you feel like I missed, feel free to just, you know, get it out there. Tell me that, you know, tell me what shows you like. Tell me what shit that you think is good. Tell me what shit you think is bad. Tell me what shit you just want to talk about. If there's a show you like that is neither good nor bad, but you feel like talking about. Also, like Vice, be careful what you wish for. Are you sure you want me to do a podcast? Because it would mostly be this, probably. I mean, I'm not saying you have to counter it, and that's not even me being insecure, like, oh no, you're gonna, like, poke holes in all my theories. Nah. Like, not to say that I'm right, not to say that I think that I'm, like, be-all, end-all correct, but, like, I believe the things that I said, so if you have counters against them, I genuinely am curious to hear. That being said, like, I actually forgot where I was going with that sentence. Oh well. Oh, like, Would you really? Oh, that's very flattering, yeah, like, I don't know where you live, but Vice, oops. Well, I assume you live here in Vegas, because you came to level up. But, yeah, he asked me if I ran a podcast, and I'm like, no one wants to listen to me talk. What are you talking about? But apparently people do. And that's very flattering, because I so often have people just telling me to shut up and no one cares about my opinions. And, and that sounds like a sad exaggeration, but it's really not. People usually don't want to listen to me talk, so it's very flattering to hear that people would actually just listen to me ramble about, like, you know, my opinions on pop culture and anime and books and shit. Whoops. Oh god, what did I do? Okay, there we go. Sorry, I was like trying to read what you said as I was rotating the canvas. And no, and that's cool. Like, I actually really like hearing people's like analyzations of analyzations. Clearly, I did a lot of reading. Analysis of games. Like, I think that that's really rad to hear people like looking way too much into games, because I don't. Just because it's not so much out of my comfort zone. Like, obviously I'm comfortable and I play a lot of games, and I fucking ranted about Distraint and how pretentious the ending was. But my fortes and like where I'm most comfortable in critiquing and doing things is in like art and literature spheres, because that's what I know how to critique, and that's what I know the most about. I can critique a game plot like a motherfucker, because, you know, it's not all that different from a book, but whoops. Like games themselves, I'm just kind of like gameplay, whatever. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it, and I don't know how to, I don't like, I wouldn't be a good game reviewer, because unless the mechanics are garbage, like I'm talking absolute garbage to the point that it's unplayable, I don't really care about that kind of stuff. Actually at my panel last year at Level Up, I reviewed a game called VHS, I believe, if I remember correctly. If you give me a second after I finish doing this, I can actually look it up, because I think I might have favorited it on, not Indiegogo, fuck, that's like the Kickstarter copy website. Okay, that's really crooked and off. I tried. Well, at least I can get the basic idea down, and I can be pleased with myself for having done that. Ah, damn it. I wonder what the blending modes would look like on this. Okay, obviously that goes away. Multiply is bad. Color burn, no. Linear burn, no. Subtract. Lighten. Maybe like there-ish? Also, it's slightly crooked. I need to fix that. There we go. That's better. You can find me some garbage games to rage at. Hold on. I'm gonna table this for a second. We're gonna go into podcast mode for a second here. See, like, my Steam score is embarrassing because like I ranted about on it, I played so many games on my ex's account that idiotic, I'm not tired. Fucking Franbo. Franbo wasn't bad, but it got really overhyped. Shit, what was it called? Damn my, like, having killed my old laptop. But it basically was this horror game in which the